Hey everyone, how are you today? Okay, so today we're going to make these hidden paper clips. Nothing new with the hidden paper clip except that this one has, well, they both have a hidden writing spot. Isn't that cool? I love it. If it's not on a page, you can write on both sides. Of course, if it's on the page, you're only going to be able to write on the one side. But I thought these were neat. Here is the second one. And they're different because these were my first two, and I was playing around and I learned some things from these, and I decorated all this, and then I didn't realize you're not going to be able to see this because this is what's going to attach to the page. These were inspired by Creative Solace Studios. I saw a short on this, and I will link it below. So see, you can't see anything. You can if you take it off, but you know, what's the point of that? That's kind of not, it doesn't need to be decorated like that. So there is that one. And of course, then I didn't like that I couldn't see my layers. So I made this one a little bit different way so that my layers would show. And I realized in this one, I would have liked to put something at the top. So when I make this one for the video, I think I'm going to move my paperclip over where I can put an eyelet here. You can also, you know, slit the top and run your paperclip out, and you've probably seen those kind of videos before where you can tie something to the top of your paperclip. And then this is what the back of them look like. So you can unfold it to write. Same with this one. Just unfold it to write. Or if you want to write on both sides, just, you know, slip it off so you have a really cool hidden writing spot there. But I like those. I thought they were cute. Now this, I'm going to start out with showing you the way that she done it. And then she actually gave credit to G. Kerr. And I haven't seen that video, so I'm not exactly sure if that's, you know, exactly what she done. But, and I can't link it because I don't know, you know, other than she gave credit to it. So this is how the little video I saw was. So it's just a strip of paper, fold one end, put your paper clip on. Probably want to fold it a little more than that, I guess. Probably the length of your, at least the length of your paper clip. Then go back and fold over. And there you have the hidden paper clip. Just like that. Easy can be. I loved it. I thought, how easy is that? That's so cool. So, I don't know if I started saying or not, but, you know, I'm in Missouri. And last week I was tea dyeing because it was in the mid-60s. Now, I don't know what the temperature is other than nasty. And it's snowing and the wind is blowing so hard. But I'm not complaining. I don't mind the seasons. Okay, so what I did was, I want to make this one instead of this one, because I like that these layers show. And this is a little fiddly because this was all one piece, whereas this is obviously more than one piece. Okay, so, but that's what I liked, and that's what I'm going to make today. So I cut some 12-inch tea-dyed cardstock. And honestly, I don't think you would need cardstock. It might even work better if you had a thinner paper. This isn't super heavy, but it is a cardstock. So you just start. Actually, what I did, because I wanted it layered, let me pick what I want my layer to be. I think I'm going to pick some out of this scrap. I think this would be a a good scrap buster for sure. That's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, let's do something with this. Okay, so this is a scrap vintage ledger page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this so that I can still see some of it. And the reason this is fiddly is because I used something that had writing, so it was directional. If it's not directional, you wouldn't have to do 2 pieces. So I will do another one that's not 2 pieces. But for this one, I want it to be 2 pieces. And I want it, you don't have to measure, however big you want yours. I'm going to want this one to come down to here. I like that line. So I'm going to just fold it like that. I'm going to tear this. And then I'm going to just fold this top over a smidge. Okay. And I know that I want it to show on each side somewhat. So I'm going to tear it about here. Actually, I might use my deckle edge scissors and just trim a little bit. Like this. And I'm going to trim off this side too where it has the little edge. And I'm barely taking any paper off. I'm just trying to get that deckle edge to show. Like that. See, I just barely took any paper. Now for the back side, because I want my writing to be the correct way again, I'm going to hang that over and then tear this to match that. You know, really, you don't even have to match the front. You can just, whatever size you want your back, doesn't matter. Because this part does not have to be, you're not going to see really both sides together unless it's not on a page. So this is just, you know, try to get out of what I'm saying, because I, like I say, that I haven't done that many of these, and I'm just kind of winging it. I just knew that I wanted a layer on this front, and to do that, there's one layer like that, but on this one I had another layer underneath, so that's why I had 2 like this. Okay, so I will probably, because I want both of them to be ledger and I like how that looks, so I'm going to go ahead and ink these. And so really I could have just folded this piece of paper and not tore it, except that it's directional, so I had to do it like this. So I'm going to glue this piece to the front. And I know this seems like a lot of work for a paper clip, but I wanted a certain look, and it is quick. It's just I haven't done that many of them, so I'm making it seem very difficult, but it's not difficult. So I'm going to glue this to this sheet. So this will be my front. That's going to be the part that clips, and I have my layers here. Okay, so now what I need to do so that I have the back piece, and really what I should have done, and I'm going to do that, I'm going to fold that back up. I'm going to make one that's right. I promise. That looks like something. And the back of it, I'm going to do, because really not much of the back is going to show. It's just to hold this piece. So, and that's about the right width. So I'm going to just, actually, no, I'm going to make it the full width. I think it would be sturdier. So I'm going to take a piece of book page and tear it the width of the front. I'm sorry that I'm making this look difficult, because it isn't. I'm just making it difficult. We're going to make this second one really easy, I promise. Because I'm going to remember what I did. Sure you will. Okay, now I'm going to ink this one. That way the writing on this one is the correct way as well. And I think all of this piecing together is not necessary if you're using something that is not directional. And maybe I'll try something that's not directional just to make sure that that's not a lie. And I only want to glue that to the top. I don't want to glue it all the way to that front piece because we want that to slide over a page. So we're only going to glue the top here. Just like that. Okay. Wish I'd stop saying K. All right. Now, I'm going to fold on my 12-inch strip. And ooh, good. Some of this book page is going to show. So you could do this just to let yourself know you don't want to go up any higher than like here. So I'll fold it down right about here. And then that leaves me a little piece that's going to need to be tucked under. And that's okay. I will do that because I don't want to lose that edge. It's so pretty with the tea dyeing. Okay, so then it's going to fold up and it's going to fall short of our paper clip. I really hope this is making sense because I'm not being very good with my directions. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it all back the other way because it's going to tuck underneath just like that. All right, now we know that this is our piece. I'm going to burnish it and ink around it. And I'm going to take my little paper clip, put it back on. And I said I wanted to move it over to the side so that I could put an eyelet in the center. So that ought to be far enough over. And then I'm just going to use some double-sided tape and go around my paper clip close as I can get. And then I'm going to put on my back. And you want to make sure and not, I forgot that I was over to the side, but you can just rub that off. I'm really making a mess out of this, ain't I? And see, it's not sticky anymore. And you want to make sure that you didn't get any glue where this is going to fold up to. Or any, not glue, but tape. And I didn't get it that low, so I should be fine. Fold that back up. Now go over to the front, and we're going to do the same thing, except I'm going to put a little glue because I didn't realize I was so close to the edge. And you can certainly glue or whatever you want to do. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this whole piece. Just like that. And this one, you know, you only have glued to the paper clip because that's going to fold underneath. So now we can decorate it. And I'm going to use some of my jelly prints. I have some of this bright one because I don't really know that the bright goes with the vintage ledger. The good thing about this is you can decorate one side a different color than the back side. I like that. But I'm going to do something different since I've used that vintage book page. But you know what though? Really, it looks good, doesn't it? I mean, the colors, it doesn't hurt anything. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to center that the best I can over the top. Squishing it down. And then what do I want to put on the back? Do I want the same paper or something different? I know what I want. Because this is going in the colorful one. I'm going to get this piece of Florentine and cover my back. And I'm going to leave it a little bit short so that I might stamp a number right there. Really love this Florentine paper. This is so pretty. I wish you could see all the gold in it. It's really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to glue this to the back. And then I'm going to either put a little, I think I'm going to stamp right there instead of put a label. Maybe I want a label on this Florentine paper. I love that. Okay, so that's what our back's going to look like. Now let's decorate the front. And I need to, today is the number 6, I think. Only bad thing about being ahead is I forget what number I'm supposed to be on. No, that's too big. Let's do something a little smaller. I wonder if these are too big. It's smaller. I think that'll be okay. You see it? It's kind of light, but I'm not going to restamp it because I don't want to mess it up. So I think I'm going to put maybe some little labels on this side too. And I want to put, you know, I had to have the layers, so I want to put something here. I don't know what. Maybe I don't need anything because it's this beautiful writing. So let's see what this looks like on a page. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, now I have to decide. I need to put, that's pretty. I love this. And then when you flip it over, this is what you have on the back. And then you have your flip out writing spot. Sorry. Your flip out writing spot. And then if you take it off, see, you got all that on the other side. You know what you could do, since I've got that little thing, be kind of cool to staple some papers in there, make it like a little matchbook notebook, and then fold it back up. That's cute. I love it. Now let's put an eyelet on this one because I had the paper clip over here where I could put in an eyelet. Ooh, that looks good with the Florentine paper too. Look at that blue matches the little thing and it matches the front. I don't know. I don't really have any threads out here that, or fibers that I really want to put in that. I don't know though. These fibers go with that Florentine. Let's try these. Really want some of the both colors, so I'm gonna cut it kind of long because I want some of that turquoise too. Maybe I'll double it up here. I don't know. Do I want to leave it that long to hang over the page? Maybe I do. Now, the thing is, it's going to be like a tab now. We can only go down to where my eyelet is. And then that'll hang on the outside of the book. I think I like that. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. So there is our paperclip, hidden paperclip with the hidden writing spot. And like I said, you could, because I've folded that up, makes me think we could do it like a little matchbook notebook in there too. Very cool. Okay, I like that one. Let's see if we can do one that doesn't take 4 hours. That I can do a little quicker. Okay, so I have this bigger piece. This one's a little bit wider. I guess both of these are wide. This one's about 3 inches wide. And I just need to decide what kind of paper I want layered. And I think I want to try one that's non-directional so that you don't have to do so much, you know, gluing and pasting and whatnot. So let me find some paper. I'll be right back. All right. Move back. So I went to find some paper that was non-directional for my layers so that I didn't have to cut paste. Well, that's not going to work because I'm still going to have to cut paste since I want a double layer to show. If I only wanted the one layer, then I could fold it over and it would be just like two. But I like having the 3 layers. I like that look. So I'm going to continue to cut and paste. And I guess really it kind of works out because that's how I've started the video anyway. So I think I'll just continue on. And I think what I want to do this time is I want to use some more of this Florentine, but only for, I'm going to use it in the Italian one, not the bright colored one, just to, for one, I love it, and for two, it kind of shows its versatility that it can be, you know, bright or not bright. So I need it to be, kind of wanted it to show out the sides of my, I didn't want to cover it up so much. Maybe I just need to make my strip thinner. I think that's what I'm going to do. This strip will make good stamping, number stamping. It will not go to waste. Okay, so yeah, that's better. I like that. So how long do I want it? I think I'll do about, my first layer will be about right there. So that means we'll make it about that big. And then of course I've got to rough up these edges. I'm going to make another piece that I want to come out from underneath. And I think what I want that to be is book page. So I will tear a little bit. And I think I want it even wider than this piece. So you just play around and make this look, seriously, I've done so many different ways in making this. Basically, the construction as far as hiding it, that's what you want. The rest of it is up to you. I hope I haven't confused everything so much, but that's what my front's going to look like. And I like that. I like the layers. I'm going to even have something on the front. This is going to have layers, you know, down this way. I think this is a little bit too long still. More like that. But so I'm going to ink all around this, and I'm going to glue this book page to the front because I want that to show on my front piece. So after I do that, I'll be right back. And again, the only reason all this fidgety part with the cutting and pasting is because I wanted the layers. I showed the original version at the beginning, and none of this is necessary. It's just for me because I wanted it to look different. Okay, so here's our piece that's going to be over the top. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be centered. Like I was centering that. That's not necessary. Let's bring it over to the side. And we're going to put our paper clip over to the side because I want to put something in the middle again. So all of that and our paper clip, I'm going to put it on the outside so that I can tell how far up I want to bend this. I don't want to go any farther up than that. Fold. Not in view. Okay, so I'm just folding, trying to make sure that I'm not going past where the bottom of this is, because I know I've got to have room to tuck it underneath. So about right there should be fine. And so I'm going to fold them back this way. So this will be our part that tucks underneath like that. I could put a nice label there. I think I'm going to leave it just as it is. Okay, so I know that I want my paper clip on this side. Everything's already glued. I want my paper clip there, just to make sure that's right. There's my paper clip, there's my center. I should be fine. Okay, so now you can either use glue or double-sided tape. I think I'm going to use the double-sided tape again, just to go around that. And then and this is just to get it. I like to have both around that paper clip to make sure it doesn't move. And then I'll glue. Sometimes I make things so complicated that it's like no one wants to make it. And I think I'm just making it look complicated because it's really not. Okay. So here's our piece on the back side that's going to be folded up. I don't know. I don't want to go any lower than about right there because of the fold up piece. I'm just putting a little bit of double-sided tape, and then I'm going to glue a little bit too right across to the bottom of that paper clip. And I went out too far. There we go. And see how my newspaper or my book page from the front shows? That doesn't matter because when it's clipped onto the page, you're not going to see this part. So if it's bigger, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to match the front. Okay, so this is what we have. Let me just slide it on a page to kind of show you what it's going to look like. So you have these nice layers on this side, and then on this side you have your layers again and your fold out piece. And you don't have to have this long like that. It's just, that's the way I liked it because I'm going to decorate that up. And I think I want to put a little label. And I forgot I was going to add some of my, I'm not done. I forgot I was going to add some of my jelly print paper. And this was my jelly print. But look at the back. It has that beautiful blue. And I really like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to do it like that. And I'm going to stamp my number on this side. I want some stuff here, maybe a little, maybe I just want to stamp a number there too. I'm going to get my number 6. And I think I want a little bit of this, these word, you know, this, it's not my normal script, but it's pretty. I like it good too. I'm going to put a little label right there. Okay, I like that. Now let's look at the back side, what we want to do there. I do think I want to put a label at the bottom. I actually think I want to tear it a little bit, make it look a little more worn. I think before I glue this one down, I want to put a little bit of my script in the background. I would love for you to hit the like button. Right now, I'm just putting some decorations on the back side, a little bit of my jelly print, and I found, of course, a stamp, number stamp, and I'm going to put a vintage stamp, a real vintage stamp on the back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my eyelet in. I'm going to use this jelly print muslin that I had stamped on. And I might need to make it a little thinner. I think I'm going to just cut down the middle maybe. I think I need it a little thinner to go through that hole like I'm wanting to tie it. So, yeah. What do you think? Do you like it? Or do you think it's just too busy and too much work for one little paper clip and hidden spot? So this is what it will look like on a page. And again, because I put the eyelet there, it's going to stick out of the top. And this is what it looks like on the back. And then here is our hidden writing spot. I think that turned out pretty good. And then it looks like this out the top. I love that. Let's see what else. We've got that one. We did this one. Again, it went off the top. This is actually supposed to be the back, but it doesn't have to be. There's your writing spot. This is the one that could have been a little matchbook notebook hidden up underneath. Here is the other side. Ooh, there's some more Florentine paper. Here is my first one that I've done off camera. And it also has hidden writing spot. Much smaller scale. And here is the layered one. The first layered one I think I done off of camera. Like that. What do you think? And it all, again, there's the back of it, and it has a hidden writing spot. And I'm all, totally out of camera. Okay, what do you think of that one? I think it looks good on this piece of paper. All right. I really think these are fun. I know that I made it seem way more complicated than it needed to be. But they are really fun to make. And you not only have a paper clip, I mean, you can always put stuff underneath there. You have the hidden writing spot in the back. I think these are great. I hope you like these. And also, I forgot to mention, I did use the small paper clip. I think it's like just over an inch. You can use the bigger ones. I just used the small because I had rusted all of the big ones, so I didn't have any to use for this project. But I hope you like these. I think they turned out, I really like that. I really like how that turned out. I hope that you like them. We'll give them a try. Maybe on a day when you got, 4 or 5 hours to spend on trying to follow what I've said. No, it really wasn't that bad. I just made it seem very complicated, and it wasn't. So I hope you like these. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.